Hello students, today we will discuss about the epithelium. Before we will study about the epithelium, let's discuss about the previous class. In our previous class, we have discussed about the parts of long bone. The parts of long bone are categorized as or called as the diaphysis, the epiphysis, the metaphysis, and the epiphyseal plates of cartilage. We have discussed that diaphysis is the long shaft part of the bone. The epiphyses are the rounded end of a long bone. The metaphysis is the part between the diaphysis and epiphysis where the growth plate, epiphyseal plate or the cartilage plate is located, and this is the part of the growth of a long bone, responsible for the growth of the long bone. We have also discussed about the functions of a long bone or the bone. The bone is providing support. The bone also provides shape. The bony structure is the responsible for support and shape of the human body. Only because of bone structure we have supported body frame which is a stand erect, or we have a shape which is standing erect in the environment. The bone is providing attachment to numerous of muscles and ligaments. It acts as the lever for muscular action, as the bone is performing um, a lever action while the muscle is contracted towards the uh, bone lever when the movement is occurred on a joint. The bone manufacture blood cells. The bone marrow is producing bone uh, RBCs and WBCs in our body, and then the stores body calcium and phosphorus. Yes, the bone is the storehouse of the calcium and phosphorus in the our body. So this is the recap or the of the our previous class. Let's come to our today's topic. Today we will discuss about the epithelial cell. We today gonna discuss or study and learn about the introduction of epithelium cell, types of epithelium cells, and the function of epithelium cell. So here is the epithelium cell. The epithelium cell are a type of cell that lines the surface of your body. They are found on your skin, blood vessels, urinary tract, and organs. Epithelium tissue are widespread throughout the body. They forms the covering of all body surfaces, line cavities of the body, the hollow organ it can line, and are the major tissue in gland. They perform a variety of functions that include protection, secretion, absorption, excretion, filtration, diffusion, and sensory receptions. So the epithelium cell is a widespread throughout the body and cover the whole hollow portion of our body system. Let's discuss about the types of epithelium. The epithelium is mainly of these four types. First is simple squamous epithelium. Second is columnar epithelium. Third is cuboidal epithelium. And the fourth is glandular epithelium. Let's discuss about these all types of epithelium one by one. Let's discuss about these type of epithelium one by one. This is the single layer or the flat cell found lying on the basement membrane. They are extremely flat and their shape is tile-like. That's why they are also called as the basement epithelium. Their function is to transport or diffuse substance across membrane. They are responsible for transporting nutrient to one membrane to another. They also perform filtration. They are found in lining of blood capillaries. lining of alveoli, and the inner lining of mouth. The simple squamous epithelium is also lie on the skin. Skin is also a type of this type of epithelium, but it is difficult to cover the whole body with so delicate type of epithelium. So the same epithelium forms several layer of outermost layer of skin. The layer by layer arrangement of the squamous epithelium is called as the stratified squamous epithelium. The multiple layer of stratified squamous epithelium prevents wear and tear and form the upper surface of the skin. So the skin is also made up of simple squamous epithelium, and the layer by layer arrangement of this type of squamous cells are called as the stratified squamous cell forming our skin. Next is columnar epithelium. The columnar epithelium is tall column-like structure arrangements. The cell shape is like a column. They are used to carry out good absorption and secretion to a good extent. They, the column or the column-like structure provide the more area to carry out good absorption. They can easily absorb the secretion in the good extent because of their broad area. They are found in inner lining of intestine to carry out absorption. As the absorption happens in intestine, they are largely in number found in the inner lining of intestine. In some um, cells of columnar epithelium, there is one ciliated cells or ciliated fibers are present. Cilia. Cilia are the tiny hair-like projection found over the surface of columnar epithelium. They help to move immovable substance by the help of rhythmic movement. Cilia um, move or some rhythmic movement which propel or which help to mobilize the immovable substance which can trap or sometimes stuck in the lining of some um, hollow structure of the body. They are found in the lining of respiratory tract and help to throw out the foreign particle trapped in the mucus. So these cilia is helpful when some foreign particle or the allergen when trapped in mucus, and they irritate make the passage irritated. So the cilia is performing the rhythmic movement so that foreign particle can be propelled out from the respiratory tract. This cilia is also found in female reproductive system. In female reproductive system, they are commonly found in the fallopian tube. And their rhythmic movement of these cilia in the reproductive system of female, the fallopian tube, can help to propel ova to the uterus in a good direction. They provide. So, in intestine, these cilia also helps in better absorption, providing the much more area of absorption. Next is glandular epithelium. Glandular epithelium formed by the inverted form in the columnar epithelium. As the name suggests, they are having the glandular function. They are as similar as the columnar epithelium, which provides support to the body, but they formed by the inverted folds in these type of columnar epithelium. Basically, these are the secreted um, cells. They secrete some important substance in the body. The cell which secretes the some specific important substance, that's why they are called as the gland cells. And the whole epithelium which forms the inverted folds of is called as the glandular epithelium. Glandular epithelium are also found in the salivary gland, mucus gland, and the gland creating wax, etc. So these are the types of the epithelium. So today, this is the summary of today's class. In today's class, we have discussed about the four types of epithelium tissue. We have discussed that epithelium tissue is of simple squamous epithelium type, the columnar epithelium tissue type, the cuboidal tissue, and the glandular epithelium tissue. The simple squamous epithelium are flat and are found in the lining of blood capillaries, alveoli, inner lining of mouth, where all the things are the very flat and delicate. The columnar epithelium is the column-like cell which provide the support to the system. They are found in the inner lining of intestine as they are important for absorption and in absorbing the secretion in the body. Third is the cuboidal epithelium. Cuboidal epithelium are found in the lining of kidney, thyroid duct, and the salivary gland. They are providing support to the columnar epithelium structure. And the last but not the least, that is the glandular epithelium. The glandular epithelium is formed by the cuboidal epithelium cell, and there are some inverted folds in the cuboidal cell which secretes some specific substance in the body, and due to their secretion the epithelium cell is called as the glandular epithelium, and the cell which produce or which secretes the specific secretions, that cells are known as gland cells. In addition, we discuss about the skin and cilia also. We have discussed that skin is made up of simple squamous epithelium, but the squamous simple epithelium is delicate, but our skin is difficult to take like this type of delicate covering. So there is a layer by layer arrangement of squamous cell which form the outer layer of skin. And second is cilia. Cilia is present in the columnar epithelium. Cilia is tiny hair-like projection found in the columnar epithelium. They help to move the immovable substance by making some rhythmic movements. So this is all about the types of squamous cell in types of epithelium cell tissue in our this class. Here are the references for your help. If you want to take help from this references, you can take the reference. And I hope this lecture makes you benefited, and it will help you in better understanding about the epithelium tissue. So, thank you.